Welcome to video 1 of the Loose Leash Walking Challenge. Today, we're taking it back to the basics. I want to show you how to have really clean clicker mechanics. I find that clicker mechanics are really important when we're working on loose leash walking, which can be a challenging skill to teach our dogs. So I've got Polar Bear here to teach us and kind of be our demo dog throughout this lesson. Now, with clicker mechanics, what I mean by that is making sure that when we're clicking our clicker, that we're marking the behavior that we are intending to reward, and that we're not clicking and reaching for our treat pouch at the same time. So we want a really clean loop. So we want to see the behavior that we're looking for, we want to click the behavior that we're looking for, and then we want to reach into our treat pouch and deliver that reinforcer. So a couple of things that we want to avoid is having our hand in our treat pouch halfway, the whole time. We also want to avoid having treats in our hand while we're doing this. We want to avoid clicking our clicker like it's a remote control. And we want to make sure that we're not clicking and reaching at the same time or clicking and delivering at the same time, okay? So we're going to see the behavior we want, click the behavior we want, reach into our treat pouch, and then deliver a reinforcer to our dog. So I'm going to practice that a couple of times here with Polar. So I'm going to click, reach, reward. Click, reach, deliver my reinforcer to him. Click, reach, deliver that reinforcer to him. All right? So now that I've kind of primed the clicker with him, taught him that click means treat, and that's the clean association there, now I can start to use it for a couple of different things. What I want to do in this environment too is gauge his ability to focus on me before I start working on any harder math equations or harder problems for him. So what I'm going to do is wait for eye contact. I'm going to click the eye contact, and then I'm going to take a reinforcer and toss it off to the side. What I'm looking for here is to see how quickly Polar turns around and pays attention to me. So if he was lifting up his nose and sniffing or looking at the horizon or catching a whiff of something and taking off, I would not be ready to start asking him for harder behaviors or more challenging or more difficult behaviors. So if you guys saw there, he was doing excellent with it. He was grabbing that reinforcer, which I'm using little cut up hot dogs right now. He's grabbing that reinforcer and then immediately turning back to me in order to re-engage me in work, which I absolutely love. So that was perfect. So I'm gonna warm up with a little bit of that, and I'm gonna make it a little bit harder. When he comes back to me and offers that eye contact, I'm gonna ask him for a behavior that I know that he's fluent in, either a sit or a nose touch. And I'm gonna see how quickly he responds to that behavior. Okay, so I've got eye contact, I'll click that. We're going to toss the reinforcer off to the side. He's going to come back to me, and I'm going to ask for a fluent behavior. Sit. Beautiful. And he was able to do great with that. And I'm staying relatively stationary here. I'm not moving around a whole lot. Sit. Beautiful. Okay. I'm not following him along. If he were to get distracted by something, I'm not going to follow him to go and investigate that. I'm staying relatively stationary. When he engages with me, that's when the reinforcers come out and he gets reinforced for the good behaviors that he's offering. So this is a great exercise to practice with your dog in all kinds of new environments. If you find that your dog is having some struggles with eating the reinforcer and then turning around and paying attention to you, you're not ready to move on to asking for more difficult behaviors. So you can practice this in all kinds of different environments. Try it out in your driveway, maybe outside in a parking lot, if you can get there and do so safely. Practice it in lots of different environments. Just that skill of your dog eating a tossed reinforcer and then immediately turning back and engaging with you. And then also make sure that you practice some of those other fluent behaviors like a nose touch or a sit. So give this a try with your dogs today.